Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. And today I want to find out all the dirt and all the tea on Daniel Martell and his brother who lives on the property with him. So Spirit, can we please tune into the energy of Lily and Jack Sullivan? And we are going to use the cards, we're going to use the radio, we're also going to use the dictionary. So what I want, Spirit, the intention is to find out if there's any involvement when it comes to Daniel and his brother. I won't say the brother's name because I'm not 100% sure what it is, and I know he has a few brothers, so Spirit, you know who I'm talking about. I want to find out what the children's relationship was like. So we're going to start with Daniel. So we have the 10 of Wands in reverse and we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is a balance energy. This could represent both children. And this is like dropping a burden. So maybe Daniel, when it came to the children and his relationship with them, he thought they were both burdens he needed to drop. But let's see. And we are going to give this a good shuffle. And here we are again, the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a lack of recognition of talent, a lack of collaboration. So maybe Justin did not want to collaborate in raising the children. Why am I calling him Justin? Daniel, now I'm really hot. What's going on? Is his brother's name Justin? It could be. We have the King of Cups. This is a trustworthy energy. Okay, but this mightn't be right because my mind is just not focusing. I keep saying the wrong names. Okay, so Daniel Martell. What was his relationship like with Jack and Lily? We have the King of Swords in reverse. So they felt like he didn't respect them. He felt disrespected by them. He felt like his authority was disrespected and he's seen them as burdensome. But he does want to appear as a fatherly figure for all intents and purposes. Okay, so Daniel's brother that lived on the property. What was Daniel's brother's relationship like with Jack and Lily? We have the Hierophant, traditions. Okay, I feel like he kind of seen them as his family or seen some sort of commitment. What was Jack and Lily's relationship like with Daniel's brother that lives on the property? And we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like he interacted with them, but with a lack of avoidance here, a lack of choice. I feel like he chose to teach them something. Okay, so this is quite interesting. I don't feel like they despised his brother. What was Jack and Lily's relationship like with Daniel's mother? We've got 2 that want to come, do we? We have release, we have death, and we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Disorganized and unsupportive. So I don't feel like they felt supported by Daniel's mother. We have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So a lack of charity, a lack of giving. I feel like the children didn't feel like they were getting enough from the people who were around them. This is just really interesting because this is the 2 of Swords. So something to do with both, teaching both of these children a lesson? Is this it? Okay. So now that we've kind of got a basic gist of what the relationships were like between Daniel, his family, and the children, I want to ask directly, whoa, whether Daniel and his family were involved in the disappearance. So, what is this? Surveillance. I feel like someone was watching the children, or maybe the family was being watched by CPS. But let's see. We have death, and this is giving a cult with that imagery. We also have serial killer. A serial killer is someone who kills more than just one person, and a death is a death. It's pretty black and white. So this serial killer energy is very interesting, and I have seen it come up in readings when it comes to the children and this case. So I feel like it's pretty significant. Okay. If Daniel and his brother are involved in the children's disappearance, how are they involved? What did Daniel and his brother do to the children, if anything? Spirit. Inside? This looks like a tunnel or a cave. Okay. Is this an underground? Were they involved in... Yeah, belonging. Were they involved in some sort of a ring? Trafficking ring? How are Daniel and his brother involved in this case, in the disappearance of Jack and Lily Sullivan, if any? Aliens. Yeah, so they want the world to think they were abducted by aliens. Let me see. Beach. Something about the water, but with cliffs or mountains in the background. I'm hearing High by the Beach. Lana Del Rey. That could be significant. How are Justin and his brother... Why do I keep saying Justin? Spirit, Daniel Martell and his brother. Drugs, poison. Yeah, they were definitely high by the beach. Daniel Martell and his brother. Are they involved? Devil. Okay, and it's making me think imprisonment, the devil's dandruff, as they would call cocaine, and the devil's lettuce, as they would call weed. But I do think pills and maybe stronger substances, white powder, there's plenty of those. And something about imprisonment. I feel like they hid the children inside somewhere. They want the world to think that they were abducted by aliens. But yeah, I feel like they are devils, especially with a bit of Dutch courage or devil's dandruff in them. It brings out their true self. And I do feel like if it's not a literal beach, the children are close to a water source, but I don't feel like they're actually in the water. They're contained in something. And this really could be a tunnel or pipes, but it's also giving me underground pedo ring. And yeah, with the rose here. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I'm getting underground trafficking vibes, and I feel like both were involved and they're kind of imprisoned. They're trapped in this lifestyle now, and maybe that's why they can't get out of the lifestyle. So I'm going to clarify with tarot, then we're going to get the tea on both. What is this that wants to come? Dismemberment. Okay. So maybe something like this happened at a beach or, you know, somewhere secluded, but somewhere that would wash away the blood. Something about washing away blood. I do hope maybe they were caught on surveillance, or, you know, I also have homicide popping out. There's the blood again. So yeah, something about cleaning up the blood. So let's clarify with some tarot. Was Daniel Martell involved with the children's disappearance? Can you please give me 3 to clarify? Oh yeah, I want to break the deck. We have justice in reverse, and we have completion. Yeah, so the completion, of this would be a lack of justice for the children. This would be how they get away with it if they're allowed to, if there's no evidence found. No face, no case, I'm kind of getting. The brother wants to hide his face, his identity. We do have the Five of Swords conflict. So there was some sort of conflict going on at home. So can I get 2 more for Daniel Martell? Was Daniel Martell involved in the children's disappearance? Okay. The Queen of Cups in reverse. And we have Temperance in reverse. So I feel like instead of healing the situation, healing the children, even if they got into something, he finished the job, is what I'm getting. He finished the job because mama was not being a mama. She was not being nurturing or sensitive to the children's needs. There was conflict going on. And Daniel finished the job, and he feels valiant. He feels like mama owes him something. And I feel like that's why he's so shocked that she just up and left. Because in his mind, he's like, bitch, you owe me. Let's see about Daniel's brother, okay? On the property spirit, because I know he has a few. We do have Judgment in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. So he's loose with his intuition. Like, he doesn't live life by his intuition. So yeah, he listens to the devils instead of the angels, is what that's giving me. So Daniel's brother on the property, was he involved? Whoa, that is a lot. Or the Page of Swords, awareness. Something about awareness. I feel like if he was involved, it was so something wouldn't be brought into the awareness of people, the public, his devilish ways, perhaps. I'm going to take them, as they fell. So Spirit may have a lot to say. Whoa! About this man. Oh. So what is going on here? This man does not want to be seen. He doesn't want his true self to be seen. We have the Page of Pentacles, loyalty. And with the world and the money, I feel like he is a loyal member of something. We have the Lovers in reverse, a choice. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, balancing priorities. So these children were not balanced. They didn't feel like they were getting what they needed from the people around them. We have the Hermit, contemplation. So he is a bit of a loner. And this is why he doesn't want to come out from his hiding place. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So this was someone playing God instead of destiny taking its course. I feel like the children maybe did not see this coming. They could have been blindfolded or, tied up or contained in some way. 10 of Cups, union. Yeah, look, he's loyal to his family. Did he see the children as family? 4 of Cups, meditation. 2 of Swords, difficult choices. There's the 2 of Swords again. So he had a difficult choice to make. And I do feel like there is something about choices when it comes to the uncle energy. So I feel like maybe he had to make a choice, or he had to make a gesture, a sacrifice. He's loyal to his family, but he's also loyal to his loyal companions. And I feel like, something to do with money and traveling. That's for sure. And he keeps to himself because he doesn't want people to see his inner darkness. That's why he hides. Right. Okay. Let's see. Whoa. We're going to get 3 for each. We're going to go to the radio, and then we are going to go to the dictionary. So, Spirit. 3 for Daniel Martell. What's the T on Daniel Martell? Thank you. The T on Daniel. One more. The T on Daniel. Okay. So he's digging the dirt, moving in silence, and not telling the facts or the truth to the public. Can I get 3 on Daniel's brother that lives on the property, please and thank you? Scarcity tactics, looking you up. Yeah, I feel like Uncle is a creeper who is watching. And I feel like he's watching online too. So if you're watching, hi, let me know what your real name is. And look at all these cards wanting to fall on this man. I am burning up, wasting time, stuck, no changes. So I feel like someone came to him when they felt like they were stuck. They had a difficult choice. They were in an impossible position. Travel, running, reflecting, legal issues. He could be dealing with them right now. Screenshot. So he's watching. And a thief. I feel like he helped Daniel. And this also looks like Malaya. So he helped them take something. He helped them travel somewhere. He helped with the hiding. And he helped with a difficult choice or an impossible choice that had to be made. So I feel like he helped his brother in his brother's time of need. And I feel like maybe they were both broke. And maybe that's why they were involved in trafficking. Possibly. Okay, let me just get a drink. And let's get the radio. Whoa. This is surveillance in reverse. So someone doesn't want the world to know that they're watching or that they were watching. So let's get this up. I will try in this first, the AM. Daniel and his brother Justin. Okay, we're gonna try this one.
Put things like tomatoes.
Tomatoes? No matter what they tell you. Breathe.
He's Institute of Food and Health and
Institute.
Decor Galore and Garment.
Garment.
His boyfriend.
She didn't write it, Prince wrote it, but this is a song that she said she dedicated to her mother. She didn't have a good relationship with her mother. Her mother passed away, sacred way. I feel like they did not have the best relationship with their mother. Jack and Lily are birds of a feather. Someone carried them. Someone carried them. Someone said, take my hand.
Corngold, the romance of Eric Corngold with the...
Romance. Nowhere to be found when he's around.
And even though he's always banging on about
Always banging on about something.
to the sports that bring us together.
Every time. What? And this, one of the popular moments.
Oh my god, guys, the name of this song is Carry Out. Someone took the children's hands and carried them out.
Support that.
Wow.
On the way, more good time anthems for you this afternoon with a proper tune.
Benedict Cumberbatch? That could be significant. There is a movie he's in with Keira Knightley. I think it's Saoirse Ronan, who is an Irish actress. And is it called Atonement? That could be significant, that movie. Play? Someone played?
Sometimes we'll have amazing weeks.
Yeah. I can't work.
So go.
If I could turn back time, share. So someone regrets what they've done and they're crying about it because they don't want to get caught. They don't want the world to see their true devilish ways. Birds of a feather stick together and flock together. And I think Daniel and his brother are one of the same kind. Can we get a final word of confirmation from the dictionary, please? And thank you, Spirit. Word of confirmation, please. Age, curtain. Someone wanted to curtain themselves, their face. About their age preference. Someone was irritated. Something was irrevocably changed. It's impossible to change this. Something was beyond repair, and what they had to do in their mind was irrefutable, but it's irrational. And yeah, pyrite, fool's gold. There's fool again. Confirmation, irony, dramatic irony. Okay, look, fatal chorus. Something fatal happened. We have IRA, Irish Republican Army. This is a group, a brotherhood. So this is going back to the organised maybe crime or organised kind of group that they're in. And we also have iodine. Too much of that can be poisonous. We have island. That could be significant. We have isolate. Someone isolates themselves. Someone had an issue. And anything else? Ivy could be close by. Itinerant, traveling from place to place. Wow, there was a route, but there's a record of this travel. An item could be found. If someone had an itch, they just can't scratch. And someone had an itchy palm, greedy for the money. And they had strong desires for what? School age children. They didn't want to be exposed. Whoa, and something fell. What was that? What fell? Here it is. Intuition in reverse. Yeah, someone wasn't listening to their intuition. And yeah, someone's love life was significant. We also have this. I feel like Daniel did threaten Malaya, so she couldn't walk away, that he would do this. But maybe it went from threats of suicide to threats of murder. But I do feel like they will have their day in court once the children are found. Let me show you. So this is like a skeleton being found in a cave or a mountain or inside something. And we do have a couple as well. So I feel like Daniel's parents could know information, or this could represent Daniel and Malaya. Greed. And what is this? Fool's gold. So they done something foolish, even though they tried to cover up their tracks. I feel like they will be caught and justice will be served. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below what you thought of this reading. What do you make of Daniel and his brother? Do you think him and his family are involved? Or do you think they have been given an unfair rap by the public? I can't wait to read your opinion. And let me know if you have any more questions, if you have any other case suggestions. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye and God bless. Mwah.